very slowly but surely down. I know it's like difficult to see, but I am moving it in the right direction right now. I'm using RCS to do it. Oh, I have 600 RCS left, but you're probably right. At this point, I can't really afford too much more. Yeah, see, that's not fixing it. I should have just kept doing what I was doing. Yeah, see, I was moving that up. I need to go the other direction. There we go. Sloppy, but it works. Oh boy. Where is this engine? Oh, it's up there. Okay, you can stay there, whatever. Okay. Time to go home. Oh, now it's not gonna let me place nodes. Go back to the space station or space center and then back to the ship. Maybe if we also take Jebediah back out of the lander. Alright, now we can place nodes. Alright, let's get out of here. It's like way wobbly. Still working as designed though, it's alright. So, we had some issues with this rocket coming here, but not so many issues that it's not fixable. One thing that we need to do when I get done with getting my cat food and lunch and all that fun stuff and doing my homework, what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll change that decoupler around so that it's in the proper spot. And we'll change a couple other little minor things around, but I really think that it's in a good place now. The Intrepid Nova series is in a good a good spot, you know. So that being said, let's go back to Kerbin, and then I'll go to the grocery store, get all that stuff, hit up the homework, and the homework should only take like a couple hours, I think. I don't know how long it will take. It's basically like Excel. Maybe I'll do the homework on live stream and you guys can see it too. I'll do that, why not? It'll be fun. You guys can join me on that. It'll be boring, but it'll be fun too. I'll do my homework on live stream. Yeah. That'll be fun. Well, it's all on computer and online courses, so you guys will be able to see it. And hell, you guys might even have the answers for some of the stuff that I gotta answer. Alright, let's go. It's like Excel. I gotta do stuff with Excel. There's several parts to the homework that I gotta do. But see, I'm working on my master's degree, so I gotta do some of that homework stuff to keep the grade up, you know? Well, I gotta do all the homework. Because my goal right now is to graduate with the bachelor's with summa cum laude, and then that will make getting into the master's program like a lot easier. And then plus having summa cum laude on my resume for when it's time to go back to, you know, go get the job and stuff like that, that will help me a lot as a professor, because then it'll be like, well, hey, I graduated with my bachelor's of history, summa cum laude, and then I graduated my master's, so it's like, you know, I know what I'm talking about, kind of thing. Plus, my sister, she graduated from the same college at magna cum laude, so I have to beat her, of course, and I have to get summa cum laude. But the whole reason why I'm getting the master's degree in the first place is because I want to become a history professor and teach at the university and college levels. So, because I don't want to teach high school. Kids in high school don't want to learn, you know? But usually by the time you're in college, most people are like, hey, I'm paying for this, I want to learn what I'm doing, you know? Not all, of course. There's still people that jerk around in college, but the majority of the people that are there to learn, so. And we still have a lot of fuel left on this ship. And we have a veritable ass load of fuel left on this ship. But yeah, so the Drakeage life plan right now is to go to college, become an assistant teacher while in college. You know, the TA position, so that's on the resume, so that I have experience teaching, and then graduate summa cum laude from the bachelor's level, and then graduate with my master's, go get a job at a college, and then utilize their program to get my doctorate, and then move up in the world. You are a horrible student in college? Well, you're not the type of student I want. Yeah. congratulations on getting your degree. That's awesome. I'm about to get my associates. I'm like just a couple credits away. I actually need 2 more classes after the one that I'm going to be doing on live stream. And then I'll have the associates, and then I'll move on, get the bachelor's, and then I'll move on and get the master's, and then I'll go get a job at the college, and then I'll go get my doctorate, and yeah, it's a ways to go, but I was working this horrible corporate job earlier, and I was earning $135,000 a year, which is a shitload of money, no doubt about it, right? But I was selling my soul to do it. Like, my boss was like so horrible. He was like he was a yes man, but he was also a backstabber. Like, for example, I won a sales contest that gave me this all expense paid trip to this really awesome concert called Coachella. It's out in California. If you guys have ever been there, it's amazing. It's like music upon music upon music, and it's epic and amazing, and it's so much fun. So I highly recommend going to Coachella. But anyway, I went to Coachella. Before I went to Coachella, I didn't have any vacation time at this job, so I asked my boss. I was like, hey, I won this sales contest, but I don't have any vacation time. Is it okay if I still go? And he's like, yeah, no worries, no problem. And I got that in email. Right? I got that in an email form. So it's his email, it's his signature. It says, you're approved, you're good, don't worry about it. So I go to this vacation. It's the most awesome vacation of my life. I get there, I have this sweet ass time, and like I'm rocking out to music. I saw the Black Keys live, I saw Gautier live, I saw Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and Eminem and like all these other people. It was so much fun. And then I get back and my boss is like, yeah, you're written up because you didn't have vacation time to go on that vacation. And I'm like, but you said I could go. I have an email proof that you said that I could go. I have your word that you said I could go. And then I took it, and he's like, no, I'm sorry, but you're written up for that, blah, 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 blah. And I took it up to HR, and HR was like, no, sorry, there's nothing we can do. You are actually in violation of the rules. And I'm like, yeah, but my boss said I could go. And they're like, well, that doesn't matter because you're in violation of the rules. You went without vacation time. And that kind of crap happened a lot in that job, and I'm just like, and so anyway, it motivated me to leave the corporate world and come into, go back to college and do something I want to do, which is teach. So there you go. That's the Drakeage 2000 life story as of the past year. But that's where I am. Oh, it's like it's wanting to keep me in orbit with Duna. I think we finally left orbit with Duna. Okay. So now let's go get a Kerbin capture. Well, yeah, Valor, on top of that, dude, like the job wasn't that good anyway. It just paid a lot of money. I had to make 100 phone calls per day. Per day. Okay? To meet my phone call quota of calling these other businesses to sell them their IT equipment. So like I was selling servers, computers, software, etc., etc. I mean, you name it in the IT world, I was selling it, kind of thing. And I had 125 customers in my book of business. Okay, so 125 customers. By the time I was done with Monday, I had called almost every single one of my customers. But then I had to be that asshole and call them again on Tuesday because of the, requirements. And so then I call all my customers again on Tuesday, and they're like, "Hey, didn't you just call on Monday?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so sometimes that would piss off the customers, and they would be like, "Don't call again." and it's like, you know, I'm on some of the smaller customers, on some of the larger customers. Like I had one company that had 26,783 employees as one of my customers, and this one sale that I did for them, I made $75,000 in commission. So I mean, it was a really nice customer to have. And like customers like that, they had 382 IT employees. So that's like 382 people that I could call in just that one company. But it was still at the end of the day, it was like a soul draining job, and I felt like an asshole like the whole time I was doing it. So it moving away from that job is probably the best thing that I've done for myself in like the history of ever. Oh shoot. What happened to my node? I need to find the node. I thought I was on the node. And so that's one of the reasons why, like, I keep telling people, you got to do what's right for you. Okay? So don't mess around with other people, just do what's right for you. That being said, don't do something that is wrong for somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, don't infringe upon other people's freedoms or right to live or rights to be happy either. If you know, but you still need to do what's right for yourself and be happy for yourself. What did Mubai gave you? You've been working for IT at a university for 12 years now? That's awesome. That's really awesome. Hopefully I don't get an accidental Duna encounter. I didn't like it. Yeah, posting a domain name, yeah. There's a couple reasons why I have URLs and domain names like purged. The number one reason is because I was getting these spam bots in my channel, and they would come in and go like, "Hey, check out this porn site," and stuff like that, or "Hey, come download our virus." And so I had to get rid of all links possible. Plus, I had a couple unfortunate, rude people that came in and were like, "Hey, come check out my live stream," or "Hey, come check out my YouTube channel." And I don't, you know, like if you're cool or whatever, like I don't mind supporting your YouTube channel or stream or whatever. But like I said in the frequently asked questions, it's like going to a concert and then like play. You know, it's like going to a violin concert and then standing outside the door and playing violin for tips or something like that, you know? It's just bad. What am I doing in KSP right now? Right now, we just landed on Duna. That's what this little flag is for. The future site for Jeb's World. We just landed on Duna. And right now we're returning to Kerbin. And then I need to go to the grocery store, pick up some cat food, get some lunch, and then I'll be back, and I'll live stream again when I'm back. But then I need to do some college work before I play a game again. So, but I'll live stream the homework just for shits and giggles, and I'll play music while I do it so that you know it's not terrible, but. Alright, 2 hours, 1 hour. 18 minutes. I think 18 minutes will be fine. We'll start burning on 18 minutes. It's gonna take us 8 minutes to burn at that rate, so we'll take the time down just a little bit more. We'll take the time down to 9 minutes. Right there, right there. Live stream the grocery trip? I would totally live stream the grocery trip if I could. I don't have a way of doing it though. That would be awesome. You guys could join me for the... I don't have a way of doing it, but that would be awesome. Oh, dude, Valor, I gotta give you permission to post that link. Hold on. Cause that sounds awesome. There you go. You can post the link now. I'll have to check it out. That sounds really hilarious. I think I would get a big kick out of it. Hey, what's up, Hellhound? I can't believe how much mono we've used. I mean, we have like no mono left whatsoever. The lander is the only thing that has mono left in it. Yeah, the only thing that has mono left is the lander, really. I've used all these mono tanks here. Yeah. I mean, it's not a too terrible of a world to get into, I guess. My particular job was just miserable, that's all. It's like, and then like, you know, it was a sales job, so I was working on commission, and granted the commission was really nice, but you know. Yeah, that's true, Valor. It's very true. I did use almost all my mono. Because we had to use the mothership to get back to the... Because of this snafu right here. This thing blocking that engine. It's a good thing we didn't need that engine to get into orbit, though. Or off of Duna. Because if we had needed that engine, then that would have been it. That would have been all she wrote. Makes me wonder what other planets we can land on with this lander design that we have. Because I bet you we could land on a couple others. Isn't Gilly the one with the 1.7? I don't think we can land on Gilly, but we could land on Moho. I think we can land on Moho. Or Drez, Jewel. You can land on... Really? Oh, that's funny. Which is the one that has the 1.7 gravity, though? Is that Jewel or is that Drez? Is that... I know that there's one that's like heavier than Kerbin. Or dense, or more dense than Kerbin is. Jewel. Okay, so yeah, it's probably Jewel then. Maybe our next interstellar travel will be to Moho. I imagine that it's going to take me anywhere from an hour to 2 hours to complete my homework, depending on how much homework it is. But like I said, I'll do that on live stream so that you guys can see it. Because that would be funny. What's up, Aerospacer? I was also thinking that I could reduce since we're going to be making modifications anyway, I can reduce the size or the height of the launch system by moving these rockets into a similar pattern that these ones are in. By moving them up here. And then moving the solar panels up a little higher too, to be out of the way of those engines. Rather than inline like they are right now. And then that should reduce wobbling a little bit more, I think. Because that'll take several meters off of, it'll take several meters off. This thing's got so much freaking fuel. It's ridiculous. One more minute worth of burning and then we'll have a Kerbin encounter. One of the problems that we're gonna have though is that we don't have a hell of a lot of mono to do like a correction and get this return just right. We do have some mono left, but okay. Oh, that increases. Okay. Alright, you know, let's get closer before we try to adjust this. What's up, Tiny Tank? That initial burn took 4 real-time hours. That's crazy. Okay, now as we're getting closer. I kind of think I need to burn this direction. There we go. That's home. Let's go home. Uh-oh. Okay, so the node prediction was wrong. Should be easy enough to correct. We still got a lot of fuel left. Dude, this was an awesome mission. We went from launch all the way to Duna, landed on Duna, and came all the way back with the intact lander. That's our space station right there. We have 147 mono left. Out of 3,000 plus. It was like almost 4,000 mono on the entire ship. What's up, Keiko? Am I going to deorbit? Yeah, we're doing a aero brake. Nice. It's always a momentous occasion. Yeah, see, we might land in that lake, but more than likely we're gonna land in the mountains, which is gonna suck. Unless... Why would I burn it 180? To straighten out the thing? Oh, I might have done that too early. Yeah, we're gonna land in the mountains. typically this thing falls over and rolls over when it lands. Because the crew hatch up here, or the command module up there, is a little too heavy. So it typically rolls over, and we just got to try to make it roll over in the right way. Because we want this side right here to impact the ground. Did we lose any science modules? No. We did not lose any science modules. So we are back home! Oh my god, we went to Duna and back. Yeah, that engine, it doesn't do anything. But we went to Duna, we landed on Duna, we came back, we have everything still intact. We lost one of the retro fire rockets right here, but that happens almost every time. And then we got all 3 Kerbals back. Landed on Duna, got all the science back, got everything done. So let's recover the vessel, and then I gotta go. Unfortunately, I gotta go grocery shopping to go get the cat food and stuff like that. But 1,240 science for that mission. Oh, that was so good.